All right, we will call this meeting to order. Everyone rise to the stage, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Madam Brown, present. Sue Baker, here. Eva Joyce Burns, here. Madam Madeline, excuse me. Blair Mann, here. Tim Brett.
And Tim. Motion would be in order to approve the minutes. Are there any corrections to them?
Nope.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve the minutes for last month's meeting as presented.
Second. We need a second.
I'll do that.
Okay. The minutes of the previous meeting have, motion's been made to approve the previous meeting's minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Jenny.
All right, good morning, everyone. We'll start with dates of note. Just a reminder, we're back on to regular fall-winter hours, so we are closed on Fridays and back open on Saturdays from 9 to 5, and that will go on until Memorial Day weekend. So the Wednesday afternoon book club will be meeting on September 19th. We'll be reading, well, everyone will be reading but me, Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. The club is growing a little bit. We are taking on more Royal Oak residents as they have changes going on. Yeah, so that's great. Core workshop continues to meet every Wednesday for September and October from 5 to 8. The next Friends meeting will be October 1st at 6:30. Social media marketing workshop folks are still meeting every Thursday from 12:30 to 2. And they might open that up to covering other topics, so stay tuned for developing news on that. Just a reminder, and I know I talked briefly about this last month as a teaser, but just a reminder of what's coming up for programs. Amazing Vintage Pop-Up Books will be on Monday, September 17th from 7 to 7:45. And then the Friends of the Blair Memorial Library will be having yoga for all ages, and that will be on Monday, September 24th from 6:30 to 7:15. We do still have some spaces open. That's for chair, or if you feel comfortable to go on the floor, your choice. Saturday, September 29th at 2, The Gift and Beauty of Birds. So we'll see a lovely show PowerPoint presentation by a local photographer. Medicare Made Clear is coming up on Saturday, October 6th. And then within the kids area, preschool story time starts today, and that will go until October 9th. Parent and Tot Time starts this week also, and that will go until October 11th. With 24G, their awesome help, will be having Saturday STEAM lab, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And so we'll have Legos, and we'll have coding, and all sorts of kind of fun things happening. We're going to have 2 sessions on Saturday the 22nd, one at 10 and one at 11:30, so you can sign up for either time slot. We'll have dinner and a movie. Peter Rabbit will be the movie, and that will be Wednesday, September 26th at 6 o'clock. Bring your blanket and a picnic dinner. And then Martin Power Life will be holding office hours on September 17th, Monday at 3:30 to 5.
That STEM lab, is that for certain ages?
We seem to be having lower elementary to maybe upper L.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Okay.
anyone would be, that would be
Just
really
wondering.
very good. So it's gone really well working with them. So very, very happy and grateful for that. So attendance for August for our children's programs. Our teen read final party, we had 14 attend. Our Baffling Bill final party, 103. I believe some people in this room did attend that.
Yeah.
The babysitters workshop, which took place over 2 days, we had 24 attend. And then we had Spanish immersion camp visits, 22. And then for our Osmo users, 1 so far. And I don't know if anyone saw the posting, 24G donated 2 kits where kids could take an iPad and code and make music with it. So it's very, very cool. I played around with it. I got my parents to try it out. So they enjoyed that also. Though they weren't of the age group, they still thought it was pretty cool. So anyway, That's at the circulation desk if anyone would like to use it in-house.
And we have one copy of that?
Two.
Or more?
Two kids, yeah. Yeah, 2 kids. And they have headphones in case they want to do it somewhere in the library where not everyone wants
Used
them.
here or they checked out?
Here,
taken
used
out?
here, in-house, yep. So that's pretty cool. Continuing on with attendance, 8 attended the SCORE workshops for the month of August. 11 attended the Wednesday afternoon book club, that was on August 15th. And 14 attended the social media marketing workshops for the month of August. So, and Sue got it on there. I can see on paper, but it's good. Publicity and community outreach. The September showcase is our salute to banned and challenged books. That week runs from September 23rd to 29th, but we always like to celebrate the banned and challenged books that we have in the library, so you can check out the books and see everything from Captain Underpants to Harry Potter to Catcher in the Rye. So you may feel free to take a look and see. We continue our relationship with Imagine Theaters and using your library card to get discounted movie tickets. The fall highlights have been published, as well as the Friends of the Library newsletter, which is available in the lobby and on the Friends of the Library bulletin board, so outlining events and things that are happening with our friends and the library. So thank you for putting that together. We are now accepting donations, but very limitedly, so we can take a few bags or boxes at a time. It's still, the sale went pretty well, but our space is still a little tight, so we're just slowly taking things in. September is library card sign-up month, so please don't forget to either update your card or get a library card. A big thank you to the Friends for their help for the end of the summer book sale. We've had several meetings with 24G, as I mentioned, for upcoming programs and the coding jam with the iPad that we're doing. And then a few weeks ago, Kalamazoo Public Library challenged us to post for 7 days black and white photos of library life without people on our Instagram page. And then the goal was then to challenge other libraries to also post photos of what's happening in their library. So we took part.
Without people.
Without people.
That's hard. Because
Yeah,
the library is people.
The library is people, so Kristen did a really good job. Our Instagram page is public, it's not private, so if you ever want to go on and take a peek, it's at the bottom of our website. You can click on the little logo and see what we did. Kristen did an outstanding job of capturing life here. Sans people, I think it pretty much tells a story of what happens here. But, so that's what's going on there. So that was a fun way to promote what was happening in the library, and again, meeting one of my goals that I discussed at budget workshop of getting the word out about who we are. So, director's update. MilCat, it is almost launched. I'm hoping to launch it this week. TLM ran into some hiccups. We could have launched it with the hiccups. I did not want to. I wanted to wait until everything is smoothed out. So my goal is this week, and we will officially announce it when it is up. But we're almost there. Yep. Oh, sorry. Okay. The RB Digital and Overdrive stats weren't available when I sent out the agenda, but it is now. So I have that for Overdrive downloadable circulation was 783, and for our RB Digital circulation it was 46. I have that, and I'll send that out next month, so everybody can pick up. Just a quick copier update. Attorneys continue to review the contracts, so that's where we're at there. On the city website, there's now the Public Service Request Center. It's kind of similar to C-Click Fix and other programs that the city had, where you can open it up and in your pull-down menu, select which department, if there's an issue or something you want to make us aware of. You can fill out the form, and then I'm emailed what's going on. So just an option. I know council is very for that, as well as the city is another form of communication with the residents as to what's happening. So, and then we've had another issue of illegal file sharing and downloading. So TLN has actually this time located the issue and blocked it. So because we paid for a little bit more extra security, they were able to pinpoint when and who and how. So they were able to shut that down.
Is it one of our library patrons?
They didn't identify the actual person, you can see on the chart when they were doing it. It was on a weekend, I think, maybe if I read it right, but they got them, so that's good. This month we'll be having more circulation training. There's going to be another upgrade to the circulation system. I'm not sure if we have to go off-site for training or what's happening. So we'll sit tight and see about that. We have all the yearbooks from the elementary schools, the middle schools, and we did purchase for $78 the high school yearbook. So we're all set there.
Pardon me?
I find that
Pardon me.
ridiculous.
So I know with the other yearbooks, it's a little bit different
community
format than the high school one. So they did ask if I wanted to pre-order the one coming up this year. I said no, you can only do so much at a time.
So much work about that.
So
They charge the museum for the yearbook and they charge the library for the yearbook. For what reason?
Well, pardon me, but I participate in other Clawson community functions, and in the meeting room across the hall in City Hall is a bookshelf that has all of the high school yearbooks. Did the city pay for those too?
Probably.
yeah.
And if they're just sitting on a shelf in the meeting room, why can't we have them for a year?
So I have, one year we weren't able to get it, and the museum was kind enough to loan us their copy for a while. And that was helpful, and then we returned it back. So.
But we have new personnel now at the school, so maybe things will be different next year.
So anyway, we have our yearbooks. We're good. So the elementary and those two schools actually drove the yearbooks over to us, which is very nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the middle school gave us 2 copies.
Very
That's very
nice.
sweet. So yes, we're very grateful. On September 20th, I'll be taking a refresher course online for the state aid report that's going to launch on October 1st. Pray for me. It's a beast. And then I know I was asked about how many of the old library cards versus the new library cards we have, and Taylor's working with me right now and trying to put a spreadsheet together. So stand by for that. What's up, Marilyn?
No, I'm just thinking about the cards. Is it going smoothly? I mean, anybody's saying absolutely not, I'm not turning my
Yes.
card in
Yes.
because they want to hold on to
Yes.
the.
Well, many of them have memorized the number,
Yes.
So it's easy
Yeah.
to, and the numbering system is a little bit different now.
Right.
It has taken me a month or 2 to learn the new number, but
Yes. So yeah, some people, and I understand, some people want their cards back for memory's sake or baby books. Yeah, I've had a lot
I
of moms.
misplaced mine for a
There
few
was one
days
on-
and I was
There was a picture of a library card on Facebook the other day.
Hmm. Do you know what?
No.
Did it say because for
Oh, libraries.
uh,
Since it's library sign.
sign up one?
Yeah,
No,
get
it
your
was
library
somebody's
card.
library card. They,
Oh, so another library?
so
Oh,
ours, it was from Blair Memorial Library,
Oh.
but it was,
Oh, yeah,
somebody had
Kristen.
posted it and
Yeah.
said that they still had their library.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah, that's
oh.
right, because Kristen said, oh, they're showing their numbers.
Oh.
So, which, okay. I don't want to do that, but, okay. Patron issues, suggestions, and incidents. Sue, I've had to update this in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
Royal patrons continue to use the library in large numbers, more and more they're coming in. The director of the Royal Public Library is retiring. Her job's been posted, so in a few months we'll probably be working with a new director on that situation of what's going on. I think it's been posted. I think Mary is retiring early next year. So they're hoping there'll be some overlap with the new director and the old director, and then so we'll start working with that person with the whole patrons coming over and all that good stuff. So stand by there for updates. We reviewed our Google comments. We have 4 out of 4, or 4.4 stars out of 5. Most of the comments were good. Some complaints about noise, but overall I'm impressed with our friendliness, customer service, and cleanliness.
Very good.
Yeah, just the noise seems to be a little bit of an issue. On August 29th, I received a very strong complaint about the men's bathroom door. I know we've visited the men's, well, actually both bathroom doors.
We haven't done it.
Both bathroom doors, in that they close too fast and they're too heavy. And I know DPW has had to come over several times to adjust the speed and the weight. The patron said that it went too fast and was too heavy and hit them, and that they feel that a bruise will be a result of the door. So I filled out an incident report, let City Hall know what the situation was. DPW called, took us over, adjusted the door. The door now closes very slowly. So you can see a lot what's going on. No, yeah, so you can hear people trying to force the door shut. Please don't do that. Anyway, the way the door was done to get was maybe not exactly right. So every time DPW tries to fix it, they're kind of working with something that maybe was done creatively in the first place. So anyway, they did all right, but the door closes very slowly. So all I'm saying is time your activities appropriately, please. So
No problem with the women's at all.
they've adjusted that one too. So, you know, if you have any issues with the door, please let me know. We're doing our best. But an incident report was filled out. The gentleman was in yesterday and did not, to my knowledge, say anything. So I received a letter letting me know that Taylor, our clerk, displayed outstanding professionalism and is very helpful and has excellent skills. I'm very happy for that.
good.
Yeah.
Was it an anonymous letter?
No, they signed it and actually.
Was it her mom?
I'm kidding, Taylor.
That's actually pretty funny.
Now, she's considered a clerk?
She's our monitor
Oh,
slash
monitor.
clerk.
Monitor.
Monitor and
Slash
clerk.
clerk.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've increased.
She seems really comfortable though, filling in.
Yeah, she does a very good job. We're very fortunate.
Now, is
to have
she in library school?
She is.
So what do we have her for?
We have her for a little bit more. Although, you know, her field, her specialty is not public libraries, so understandably, we may, you know, not have her forever and ever, but we'll take her today, or as long as we can have her. Just leave it at that.
And we're only a week or so into this. How are we doing it?
We've had our meet and greets, little refreshers on the skills. I was here on Friday, and there was a lot of scary noise in the gazebo. 'Cause I was in my office and I could hear the screaming, so you know I'm running across the library like, what in the world? Anyway, I don't know what was happening, but at staff meeting yesterday, I did ask that the police maybe come through on Fridays because we're not out there to kind of keep an eye on things, but it was really disruptive. So the police will try to keep an eye on the situation out there too. Also, we've had a lot of people cutting through the parking lot just to avoid Main or make turns easier. So I've asked the police also to kind of keep an eye on that situation. Ever since the construction, we've seemed to be the other Main Street, the alternative, which isn't, I don't like, obviously, because it's hard during after school, and now story time, tot time is coming up and people are cutting through, and those toddlers, bless their hearts, they're not fast movers across that parking lot. So, you know, it's hard to walk.
Do we have a speed sign out there in the parking lot at all?
No. You can't skateboard or rollerblade.
No, but I've seen some people whiz through.
Oh yeah,
here,
they, especially in the morning. I know people drop their kids off, which is fine because it gets kind of hectic over there. But people are just driving through. So anyway, I did make the police aware of that. So, but to answer your question, I think the kids were kind of surprised. I think they thought it was going to be a new monitor this year because we've changed out before, and nope, here's Taylor. Hello. So and she knows who you are and your backstory. So that seemed to help, but she did have to have a few howdy-doos already. So we'll see how that goes. We're hoping for a good school year. Last night, I was in the Friends meeting, and a patron complained about me that the library was loud and out of control this past Saturday. I think she had the wrong library because she wasn't in our library last Saturday. I know she was at another area library last Saturday in which there was an issue with her. She has been in here in the past and has not liked how things run and has expressed that, and we tried to address that. This time though, it's been elevated that she's going to go to the city manager and complain about me, which is fine. She has gone to the city manager before to express her unhappiness. This was done under Elizabeth's watch.
Does she realize that she made an error, that
No, I don't.
she wasn't here?
No, I don't believe she recognizes that. If that's when she was referring to, she said I didn't pay attention to her concerns, which I can tell you 110,000% I pay attention to everyone's concern. Anyway, I let Mark know at 6:30 this morning that she may be going over there, see where it goes. I'm gonna address it.
I was in on Saturday. It was very busy. We had lots of young families with
Yeah,
children.
you were in Saturday.
The children's area had so many kids who were enjoying our library. There was a little bit of happy noise going on. There was not
Right.
screaming.
It wasn't a hot mess scary outside.
No.
I was there
And I-
Saturday too, I don't recall.
Isn't that a good thing?
It's a wonderful thing.
I don't know. Everyone's got an opinion. She's entitled to it, but I can tell you, try to run it pretty well.
She was at the Friends, does she attend the Friends meeting?
No, I was in the Friends meeting and
you
I came
were.
out, I'm sorry, and the staff said,
Oh.
heads up,
Okay.
this is the situation.
Well, we do offer patrons the use of the private study rooms
Absolutely.
for more peace and quiet. right?
Absolutely. And many times I'll go over, especially after story time or top time, when there's a lot of excitement, that they just shove their sillies out and they carry it out with them, which is fine. Offer to other people, do you want a study room? I'll open up this room. However we can assist. I understand, but it's everyone's library, you know, so.
It's a joyful thing.
It's a nice sound to hear sometimes for
If, you know, if you've got a serious paper due or something, like you said,
and let us know. And
that's for this.
we try, the
Or
staff
come
tries to
another day.
watch, but, you know, and like I said, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
That's right, you can't make everybody happy.
But we'll see if she does go to Mark, but Mark is ready. And we'll address it. She's not a Clawson resident, although that shouldn't matter, just FYI. So, staff update. Our IT volunteer, Brian's hanging in there with us on Wednesdays, and we'll be starting this Saturday, late morning, I think, to early afternoon.
Not Mondays, it's with.
Still, so far not Mondays. That may change, but a staff member continues to take some medical leave. We're trying to work out the schedule, so they're here and there, but I'm keeping their schedule pretty flexible. The additional clerk that was hired ended up declining the position, so we ended up having to repost the position, and we have now hired a new clerk. Her name is Kimberly Young, and she'll be starting on Monday,
The
the 17th.
17th.
Yep. So, another incident report had to be filled out and given to City Hall due to a clerk hitting her head on the AED cabinet.
Oh,
Yeah, she
no.
clocked herself pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so she had a bump on her head, she had to leave for the day. But, so I had to fill
So
out.
do we need to find a new location for it?
No, I think there was just a lot of enthusiasm and building a cart and kind of lost sense of space.
Okay.
So,
Would it be at all appropriate to put some padding underneath it?
we could put something on the corners, that's not a bad idea, I could ask the PW to maybe put something.
Yeah, at least on
Safe.
the corners or
Yeah.
underneath.
So she did have a little bit of a welt. So, yeah, I can ask them.
You know what works really good? Swim tubes. Slice them and just put it on. We have some. so
Oh,
I will
okay.
have Tim bring one over
Thank
for
you.
you.
You know, I can also use the tubes we use to absorb the water by the emergency doors too, and just wrap that around there too.
Maybe you might need those again.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
We
Okay,
want to keep those
We do.
available.
Those swim tubes aren't a real bright
We'll
color.
bring you
are
some.
they?
thank you. Yeah, if you're willing.
Well, the neon will
to
help
get
it stand out.
strategic
So
with
maybe you
it.
won't bump your head.
So, okay, that's great, thank you.
Sure, just other things on our mind, head down, pick up a book or something, and just.
Yeah, I know. So, both her parents work for Beaumont, so they gave her the clear. I was like,
Protection protocol.
yeah, no, I know. I was like, kept texting her, like, how are you? She's like, okay, dial it down, it's fine. So, just a reminder that inside and outside windows will be cleaned this month. The ballast in the meeting room was replaced. It had to take a special order. Again, we're continuing to lose a large number of bulbs. It could just be that they all went in at the same time and now we're losing them. But DPW has requested that I keep track of our bulb issue to make sure we don't have some other thing happening in our lives. DPW has changed the filters on the roof and tried to clean up as much as they can up there and open up the drains, so that's good. And as I said, they adjusted the speed and the weight of the public men's restroom. So we're open. All is well there. In our PNC account, we have $1,310.59. Yeah, and then I have
maintenance at the roof changed before winter, because,
Yeah.
you know, with the fall, you get all these leaves and stuff, and then
Then you
winter.
could check that again, though, hopefully.
Does
So-
anybody notice an excess dizziness with the squirrels? That usually indicates, at least at the farm,
Yes, they're digging my lawn.
they're
They're
hard
putting stuff
winter.
away.
Way,
And
yeah.
yet, last year, they weren't so busy, and look at what happened last winter. Cold, 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 fierce, fierce, fierce. Usually the horse's mane out of the farm grows thicker, but Joe said, count these squirrels. When we were coming last night to the Friends meeting, we counted 9 in one block right here on Roth. They were still so busy, and that was about 6 o'clock, 6:15.
Yeah, they've been real busy in my neck of the woods.
Really, really.
Did you see the geese out in the parking lot?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
with that
Over-
geese?
I call it the goose preserve next door.
Next door, they're-
Yeah,
they're-
They kind of hanging
I
over
saw
here.
The other day I drove by, they were
Remain
crossing the
Crossing the
street.
street, yeah.
To the, then when I came back, they were just sitting there on
We've
the
issued them
grass.
library cards.
Yeah.
They're up on the roof still. I don't know what's going on with that owl.
Let's make sure we don't make that door too heavy for them.
So anyway, this is to the end of July, so not too much going on. We're just getting things started.
Anything that you want to point out to us to look at?
Again, I appreciate your support. I'm still mildly paranoid about the part-time salaries and wages, but you know.
We can do what we
I
Gotta
know. I know. So no, other than that, no public utilities. Okay, we got a couple bills.
Are the part-time wages at all close to other libraries, or is it other
do.
smaller libraries?
We do okay. My top concern always is that the staff is taken care of. So yeah, give a fair wage.
Is this replacement to kind of replace Tina, or is it for other reasons, people being
It's
off?
replacing 2 people. I've had two clerks adjust their hours a lot, and then Tina left, as you know. So I've had to, Taylor took on more hours, and then this new clerk will kind of try to fill in where I've had people ask that their hours be cut. So.
And
And then also because of the clerk who's out for health reasons here and there.
is Kim got experience?
Not library, but she definitely has very, very, very strong skill set in other areas that we're not going to have a problem with whatsoever. I'm very confident we're going to be really good. So she did an outstanding job in the interview and checks out very well. So
Can you tell her not to be mean to me?
no, I cannot.
Thank you.
You may say, be mean to that man.
That could be
I
a
cannot.
turning point.
I wasn't responsible for the other one.
Yeah, did you?
You sure?
No, I never met her,
Never.
never spoke a word to her.
Start on Sunday. And then the other is just what we have in the account where people make donations because of passings or celebrations or in honor of people. As I said, we had a clerk who lost her dad not that long ago, and a number of people made donations in his memory.
That's nice.
Debbie Ziegler's dad died, so, yeah, that's kind of tough. So, a lot of large print was ordered. We loved our large print collection. So.
That's great.
Yeah, so that was very sweet. They, at the funeral home, they had the money being donated to one place, and then they like stopped the presses and redid everything and asked that the Blair Memorial Library be put in place for donations. So that was very nice. That was very nice of the family to do that. And they don't live, well, they used to live in the area, but they don't. Yeah, very sweet. Very sweet. And then, alrighty, I'll go on to unfinished.
Do we have a need for hiring another part-time?
We should be okay now.
We should be
We should be okay now. Yep, I've checked with a couple of my other staff. They're willing to step in and sub. Tina is still on payroll as a sub if I need her. So she's willing. She doesn't work Saturdays so far in her new job, so she's willing to come in and help on weekends if need be.
Is Taylor going to be able to give you enough lead time when she no longer works here that you'll be able to look for a full clerk?
I hope so. I don't know.
Well, no,
I mean,
just
I know
wondered
she'll
if
be
you knew,
professional and let me know.
School, if it was at the end of the school year,
Oh,
or
right.
how close she is to graduating.
I mean, hopefully constant communication with the staff, so we're pretty in tune with what's happening with everyone's life, so.
Did the staff that asked to reduce their hours, was it mainly because of summer? And were we asking to increase their, no, okay.
Both of them asked because of life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe just because it's
Yeah, summer.
summer.
No, because of life.
They were gonna work on their team.
Yeah, so uncomfortable, not tamed. Anyway, unfinished business, the Michigan Library Association Conference, I said I would update you. I am not going to be able to attend.
Not at all?
You're not?
No, it's fine, it's okay, just the clerk will still be kind of new, Kristen will be out of the office, just the way the schedule falls. It's fine, I'll have other colleagues go. Oftentimes they'll post the presentations out, so I'll still be able to tap into it, so I'm not stressed about it, it's fine. But just wanted to let you know what was shaken there. We've received our Overdrive download destination renewal, and the invoice comes to $4,665, and that was budgeted and brought up at budget workshop. So we were aware of the cost of it. And did you want me to see that? No. Okay. And the final thing is, so in place of not being able to attend the Michigan Library Association conference, I will be going to the TLN Technology Forum. It's on a Friday when we're closed, so it'll be easier to go to when we're closed.
So will you take another day off during that week?
Sure she will.
Yeah, I'm on it, Claire. I work that
Probably
Saturday.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Any of you watching this should know that Jenny is here every day
Labor
that the
love.
library is open.
labor love.
And
From
because they're
before
not
opening until after closing. And she's also here on the weekends emptying out the book drop-off bins, among other things.
Thank you, Claire. Anyway.
No one watches, they're not gonna hear it anyway.
So I'll go on a Friday, it's like from 8 to 4 or something like that. So they'll talk about video surveillance and gaming and STEM stuff, which is important, and iPad accessibility basics. So areas that, I don't always touch base with, so it'll be good to do that. And then, yeah, I work the next day. I have a program next day, so that's why I don't be in. So that's what I'll do. We'll continue to try to tap into other workshops, online things to fill in. Emily, that's, we're continuing our professional education and development. That's all I've got, so I don't know if there's any public comments or thoughts, feelings, or emotions, questions. No, we're good.
I'd like to make a motion that we close the meeting.
Second. Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we close the meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?